Hi, friends. Grace Rizza here from Identity Dental Marketing, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to talk about why you don't have more money. Really, why are you working this hard to feel this broke? It's probably not fair. And you've invested so much time, you've invested so much energy and money and time to become a dentist, buy or start up your practice, put together a team, and what has that bought you? It's bought you payroll and stress and overhead and debt and a business that completely depends on you showing up every second of the day. How do you turn it around? Well, I'm going to give you some tips today. And just to kind of give you some background, I'm Grace Rizza, CEO of Identity Dental Marketing. I have been helping practices grow since 2008 when I got into dentistry, and I've helped thousands of practices turn things around, pick up revenue, profitability, the right types of patients. And so I've seen and heard it all over the years, and I hear it every single day. So I'm going to put some helpful tips into this video. So the first thing I want you to do is start thinking about your team members, your employees, as investments. You're investing in them. That means you need to invest in their education, in their morale, in their attire. What scrubs do they get to wear to work? You're investing in them, and that means that they should have a return on that investment. That means that they need to be producing 3 to 5 times their pay, maybe more in value, depending on what you're paying them and what they're bringing to the table. And if they're not returning on that investment, it might not entirely be their fault. It could be ineffective leadership. So, one of the first things you need to do is figure out how you're going to lead. I definitely recommend the book Traction by Gino Wickman. It's one of my favorites. I've listened to it about 8 times, and you can kind of flip to the part you want. It's a really good foundational piece for business leadership. And so you're responsible, Doc. You're responsible. You, the owner, are responsible for making their daily responsibilities crystal clear. You are responsible for their accountability. That means you're responsible for training, stability, encouragement, the expectations you set. I've heard people say throughout the years, oh, well, just hire good people and stay out of their way. And that's a lie. Not that you need to be in their way, but you need to be next to them. You can't just hire them and abandon them. So that's going to be one of the most difficult roles for you as the business owner. And so you need to have clarity on what reports should be weekly, which reports should be monthly, quarterly. Assigned responsibilities need to be clear. KPIs need to be clear. Goals need to be attainable. I know in the first practice I worked at, um, one of the doctors would set goals like, we need to see X amount of new patients. And I would go to events and run ads and rewrite ads and reproduce ads and tweak offers and do all the things. And yes, I saw the numbers hit where we were wanting to hit and even exceed that, but I wasn't totally in control of how many new patients we would get into the practice because I wasn't answering the phones. I didn't control if we were in network or out of network or how those conversations were handled. So I began coaching the team on those sales conversion conversations so that our overall numbers could improve. But I'm not kind of the typical employee. I'm more entrepreneurial. So most team members are going to need clear guidance and you need their goals to be attainable, which means we should say things like we want to have X amount of posts on social media. We'd like to make Y number of phone calls to referring partners or whatever that is. So you want your goals to be something that the person who's executing on them has control over. All right. You never want your team or any member of your team going, what am I supposed to be doing right now? I forgot. I don't know. That's a problem. Everyone has something to do. And you've got your tasks that hit that day that you check off, but then you also have your background work. Everyone needs background work. If 50% of the time in your business is spent chit-chatting and checking phones and kind of being wasteful of time, you're not really running an efficient business. And so you need people to have background work, and then you need reporting on productivity on a regular basis. That is what accountability is. Next, you need to stop being cheap with your investments. And I mean with your employees too. It's far better to have five amazing, highly paid, accountable employees who do everything they need to do than having seven average employees who sometimes show up late, who get an attitude and create friction in the business. It's too much to manage. So some employees are going to attract patients. They're going to have an easier time retaining patients because they're in the people business and they connect with people, while others quietly push them away with a bad attitude or a can't mindset. All of those things affect the energy of the business and the patient experience. So really important that you set the bar. What do I want? What are my core values? And how do I help my team to exemplify those core values? And if they genuinely cannot exemplify those core values, you could free them up to find a spot that's more appropriate for them in a different business. So, another thing you could do is go sit in the chair. Or better yet, send a secret shopper in. This could be a friend or a family member, and tell them your goal is to get their brutally honest feedback. Tell them, I want to know what they could have done better on the phone call. I want to know how you were greeted. I want to know how you felt during the cleaning, during the exam. Did you feel judged? What made you feel judged? Did you feel rushed? Did you feel ignored? Did you feel like someone was trying to sell you something? Did you feel respected? Did you feel valued? What could we have done better? Okay, so do that every once in a while. And just because your hygienist is your best friend and you get along and you could never imagine life without her because she's been with you for so many years, it doesn't mean that patients enjoy being around her or that she's taking her time, that she's being gentle, that she's being thorough. So you still, even when you trust your team, it is still your job to verify that they're doing their job at the highest level. And next, don't be cheap with your marketing. If your practice has room to grow, you should be aggressive and you should dial it up. Fear cannot be your business strategy or motivator. You can't make decisions out of fear. If you're making fear-based decisions, you are missing really great opportunities. So if you're afraid of wasting money, then you're not going to be able to scale things up and the practice slowly dies, especially as mature practices have an older patient base. There's natural attrition, especially in some markets. You've got to be getting ahead of that. And marketing is actually pretty simple, and it's something that is very trackable. It's very tangible, and it becomes very tangible if you just take a little bit of time to learn about it. One of the biggest misconceptions people have about marketing is that your investment is in new patients, and I'm paying you for new patients. Really, what you're paying for when you hire a marketing company is exposure. It should be relevant exposure. And sometimes, if you need to see more new patients right away, it should be high intent market exposure. So, getting in front of people actively looking for a dentist right now is going to help you see a quicker and more tangible return on investment so that you can build up that risk tolerance to have a stronger ad spend. So your marketing comes down to three things: your message, your channels, and your exposure. And your message has to be true to who you are. Remember this: people search either for the cheapest or the best. And you get to pick which one you want to be, but you can't be both. If you are wanting to be perceived in your market as the best, you cannot run ads on Meta or postcard ads that say $39, this, that, or whatever, free, cheap, 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 cheap. That's not going to bring in the type of patient that's looking for quality. Okay, so your message has to be appropriate and true to who you are. Your channels matter too. Sometimes people will come to me and say, Grace, what do you think of this mailer? What do you think of this initiative I should do? And I'll say, well, it's great. The exposure is great, but your question is wrong. Your question should be, what is my next best move? What is my next best investment with the marketing dollars that I have to invest? That's what you should be asking. And if you educate yourself enough to understand how the marketing works, each type of marketing that you invest in, you will be able to also hold the marketing agency accountable. And I talk a lot about this in my videos, so I'm just going to graze it lightly. If you're spending money on Google Ads It is all about what keywords utilized your spend. Are they totally relevant for your business? Is there any waste in these keywords? Can we exclude any of these keywords and make this campaign tighter and more appropriate? And how much of the ad spend was utilized? You need transparency in both keywords utilizing spend, not targeted keywords, keywords utilizing spend. These are the keywords that cost you money. You need transparency there, and you need transparency on exactly how much money is getting spent and how it's getting spent. So you have to pay Google directly. If you are paying the marketing company and the marketing company is choosing how much of that money today is going to go here and how much is going to go there, there is probably a great deal of waste going on and you may not be getting the value you need. So if you've had that experience in the past, definitely call Identity Dental Marketing. We're incredibly transparent in everything that we do. Most practices only focus on getting leads. If you really want to have a dominant presence, you want to have the most new patients or the highest quality new patients you can get for your practice, you need to have a marketing system that allows for follow-up exposure. The vast majority of people who click on your Google ad are not going to book right now. They're going to go do other things and think about it. So you need to stay top of mind with them with retargeting marketing. And last, you're probably undercharging with some of your services, and not because, you know, you really want to, but you're afraid that patients will leave. You're afraid that competitors are cheaper. You might want to do a price analysis to see where you fit year over year, every couple years, to just make sure you're appropriately priced. And next year, you maybe are avoiding the numbers. You might just be going through your day without looking at your comparative data on how the practice is performing, where your new patients are coming from, what their referral sources are, that information is being tracked and reported. And the data will motivate you. If you regularly look at your data, your data will improve. Just naturally, you'll see where the gaps and the obstacles and the opportunities lie. You'll naturally put in some solutions for them. So if your goal was freedom, that you started this practice or you bought this practice because you wanted to practice your way, you wanted to serve people, both your team and your patients, you do deserve to make a fair living for the work that it takes to run this practice. And I can help you with that marketing piece. I can help you get the processes in place to not just run ads or do SEO, but to make the whole marketing plan make sense for your particular practice. So start by visiting identitydental.com, get your marketing plan, and I'm happy to help you. I hope you have a great day, and I hope I brought some value to you today. Thanks.